Yo, what's good everybody? It's Casper. Today's video we're talking about episode 6 of Tulsa King. Those sticking around on these reviews for each episode, thank you for still watching and hanging in there. We're on episode 6, so let's look into the episode and talk about it a little bit. Episode 6 of Tulsa King is called Stable, written by Taylor Sheridan, David Flebotte on this episode, and it's directed by Guy Ferland. So in this episode, we kind of got a lot going on. Dwight's still visiting his daughter Tina. While he's visiting his daughter Tina after that crazy 5th episode, he confronts her about that. He also, in this episode, we end up seeing Goody getting permission from Pete to go to Oklahoma to visit Dwight because Dwight wants Goody over there. So Roxy in this giving more information to the FBI on both the biker gang and actually new information about Dwight, and Stacy's hearing all that, and Stacy's in a sense trying to keep it on the low, which is very interesting. And we also see Dwight in this episode give Mitch an offer on an expansion, so we see great different areas of activity. We're not just seeing one simple thing in every episode, you know, we're seeing new things being added on, not only on lines but headspace on where people could be at. We get more involved with Chicky talking to his dad Pete, and Pete is very shocked on what happened, but the interaction, camera direction with Chicky speaking with his dad, thought it was great and very interesting lines in that sense. Great Mafia feel. Pete's presentation on being the dad in Mafia Don really is presented in that scene. Crazy how Chicky is very greedy and wants to basically take out Dwight for what happened in the last episode. It's good to see that no one really knew what happened to Tina. Finding out in this episode that no one knew, so that's great about it. But the interaction with Chicky and his dad Pete is crazy. While that's happening, we see Tina get confronted by her dad again. The moments Dwight has to present his lines to Tina is absolutely great because the camera is not switching off very fast. The camera is actually on Dwight, aka Stallone, for a good amount of time, and you can see the focus in Stallone's acting. It doesn't look lazy, it doesn't look shy, it looks very on point, and they're connecting with each other, and you can see the feel. The whole scene in general, on just seeing Dwight tell his daughter that he got that done, insane as well. So good interaction, good camera work. Stallone is still doing a good job on handling the moments where he has the camera just on him. We end up seeing Dwight come back with Tyson, and when they both link up with each other, they end up trying to go visit Bodie, but Bodie is nowhere in sight. They end up pulling up to Bodie's shop, and the shop is closed. Bodie's somewhere. As much as Stacy is annoying, it's very cool and funny to see how Stacy reacts when the FBI gets more information on Dwight. We see more of that happen in this episode. It's been consistent, you know, it's not her trying to be very obvious on trying to hide it. So you see more of that, of basically more of that TSA get more information on Dwight, but Stacy's hiding it because she actually kicked it with Dwight. Cool moments when Dwight goes to the bar, Mitch's bar. I didn't mention as well that Mitch's pops is at the bar. Mitch brings his dad to work. Mitch's pops is pretty cool. It's a cool character on the side, you know, when Dwight says what's up to Mitch's dad. Cool little interaction, has Mitch's dad shines for a couple moments. We later in the episode start seeing Tina get harassed with phone calls. Dwight ends up calling Tina. Tina tells Dwight about what's going on. Later in that episode, we end up seeing Dwight call Goody to come to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Not only that, but to see if that Mafia family is playing any funny games with Dwight's family. So Dwight is very pissed. Dwight showing that emotion for sure. I was wondering, where's Bodie? Later in the episode, Bodie is meditating. The FBI shows up at his house, end up getting Bodie, end up trying to raid his shop, but his shop has nothing in there. From the looks of it, I'm already knowing Dwight was responsible, and just it looks from like hiding it. A little random but dope moment is when Dwight ends up meeting the boss gang leader, and he brings Mitch, which is very random and funny at the same time, but the whole scene of that looked dope. Interaction was cool because Dwight just handled it like a boss. It was smooth. There was nothing corny about it, and Stallone putting out those lines made it look fresh. It's the first time we see both of them link up, so you're like, oh damn, what's gonna happen? And I think the interaction between both of them was a good one, and it was one of those like, oh, we know the biker gang boss got shocked by Dwight. Dwight without hesitation saying, no one's gonna stop me, I'm still gonna be doing my thing out here. Very cool. We're keeping things flowing. Dwight is at the bar, and out of nowhere we see Bodhi walk into the bar, you know, and Bodhi doesn't end up folding at all and tells Dwight what happened, and Dwight with open arms allows Bodhi to come back. You would kind of think that someone's gonna fold, but none of Dwight's people has folded to a crazy extent. So it's cool that each setting in here is not the same spot. We later see Dwight back at the coffee shop. The girl who works at the coffee shop is actually his daughter in real life, so that interaction is cool. It seemed very natural, it seemed very fresh, and it was like flowing very well. You end up seeing Dwight wanting to purchase Pilot, who's that horse who always comes around that coffee shop area. Out of nowhere gives the coffee shop girl a job at the ranch and ends up buying the horse. Very random, and we're seeing more places, which is cool. Still have Stacy throughout this episode interact with Dwight. Stacy is just more paranoid, to be honest, which is funny. Roxy, once again being nosy, goes to the biker gang meeting, aka with the boss, and Roxy's boyfriend is there. Biker gang boss ends up kind of like getting the feel of like, yo, this girl's nosy, asking too many things. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out, but Roxy being her triple face self. So the last couple minutes of the episode, very wild. We see Tina's boyfriend get beat up in the alley. Chicky doing stuff he's not supposed to. Out of nowhere, we see Roxy's boyfriend, who's part of the biker gang, end up going to Mitch's bar while Stallone, aka Dwight, is there with Mitch. He starts shooting up the bar, and that scene was dope because my type of scene, the action, good build up to that because it came out of nowhere, and Stallone on back-to-back episodes ends up going with a kill. Mitch and Dwight end up killing the biker dude who came to shoot up the bar. Random, he came solo dolo, but the episode ends with Mitch and Dwight over the dead body, seeing if he died, and basically Mitch is like, yo, let's make this bar stuff happen. And that's how the episode ends. Crazy flow. It's exactly what I wanted. Shocked in many levels. After seeing episode 6 out of 10, I'm gonna have to give that episode a 10 out of 10 as well. That's my review for the 6th episode of Tulsa King. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.